What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Asian mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is I Kill and You Die. The map is Tundra. This is game number 2 of this best of 3 for the Voobly Champions League. The map is definitely, yes, I said that already. Brain not working. Brain very, very not working. Anyways, Kimo winning that first game on Anatolia in the Isis mirror, deciding to switch things away from the Isis into the Hades. I think Kimo is a little bit on the fence with the strength of Ra in 5.0 at the top level. We haven't seen him playing too much Ra in this patch. The Mercenary nerf hits Kimo's style pretty hard. The rock nerf hits him as well, in all the things that he likes to use in order to get wins with Ra. So he's actually decided to go with Hades here. I don't know if this is a conscious decision in trying to counter God what I Kill You Die would potentially be picking, but he's definitely come into this one with an interesting situation here, going with the Hades and going with the Odin for I Kill You Die, taking away from the Egyptian into the Odin. Going to be maybe expecting Kimo to go for Uranus here as a possibility and thinking he might be able to snap up a win with the Odin on this map, but not going to be happening. The Skraeling putting the house up. Alt-S'ing on the Skraeling. So both on Voobly and on Extended Edition, this Alt-Sark, the very first one you build, or the very first free one you get, has a ability that you can passive stance. Unlike every other unit of the Norse, if they are building and then they get a shot, they will attack back. For the Ulfsark and the Skraeling, the first Ulfsark and the Skraeling for Norse, you can alt-S that one for those of you who are playing at home, being like, why didn't the Ulfsark attack back then? Whenever I get harassed, I can't do it, but that's how you do it. You push the Alt button and the S button, and at the same time, while the unit's selected, and you're living the dream. We've got the temple going up now for Kimo already. And he is thinking about what he's going to try and do in this game. He's actually gotten very unlucky with this hunt over here. You hate to see it. Only 2 elk on this spot. 1 caribou here. And where's he going to go? He's got aurochs on the corner. He's got a big elk patch over here. These villagers are going to wrap up on this food. I do wonder, is he going to be able to advance from this? He's got 50 food left here. He's got food over here. He wants to build another villager as well. At least he should want to build this another villager. He's getting out the Ajax. He's going to be very delayed if he's getting this out. He's found the caribou over here though. Where's he going with these villagers? Is he going to be able to advance? Barely. 1 more villager. 88 food here. Well, it's going to be close. Sheesh, that's some tight builds there from Kimo, knowing the exact amount of food down to the he basically just gets there. He's got 25 food remaining, so he planned that perfectly. Well played by Kimo, but I Kill You Die on the other hand, with the Freya coming through. Very standard. We've got walls coming up already. I love that for I Kill You Die, because honestly, this is something the Norse players should do a lot more of in the early game while they're advancing to the classical age. Get up a good wall that's going to help defend you from any sort of raids a little bit later into the game. We do see the Ajax coming in here. The Chad Meister himself going to start jabbing away at these villagers. He does 9 hack damage in the early stages of the game. It's a lot, to say the very least. Now just going to be retreating away once Bjorn Jarl Dancer comes out. Going to be showing him the business. And then he's going to return in and start jabbing away yet again. And there's the Freya, the Ajax, and the Hersa duking it out as the villagers now moving up to the caribou. We'll see exactly what Kimo's doing here. Gets the immediate Chiron out. He's got 5 villagers over here, 8 villagers over here. That's a lot of wood. Ooh, idle villager. That's super unlucky for Kimo. He's not going to notice that one for quite some time. It will fix itself when this wood is expired. That's a lot of time to be down a villager gathering from wood. We still don't see any military buildings out for Kimo because he's going for an immediate second town center. We see the Valkyrie flying in here, going to be, or sprinting in here, galloping in here. Who knows? But that's going to get swatted back. We see the Ajax grabbing the Mithril Horseshoes. Big relic to be grabbed here for Kimo. Does he have the other one? It's up here. What do we have? The Tower of Cestus, the bonus tower damage. Actually kind of big as well, but not until the later stages of the game. We see Military Academy now coming down for Kimo. An interesting decision. He's got Mithril Horseshoes, and he's going for the Military Academy. Interesting. So, honestly, like, if you have Mithril Horseshoes, let's see if I can see what they go up to. Stable. Gone. They go. I'm pretty sure they go up to 6 speed. No. I don't know what if he just said sec or what's going on, but so anyways, if you get Mithril Horseshoes, now your speed against the cavalry are exactly the same until Thundering Hoofs comes in. So you're actually matching them for speed, and you can do whatever you want here. But looks like Kimo's ready to go, and iKill will be ready shortly, I imagine. And there's the game started yet again. The raiding cavalry coming in onto this location over here as Kimo is chopping wood. He's not paying attention to this one. This could be a big forest fire. The villagers not running away, trying to power block as best as he can. And he doesn't get any villagers, but he's going to kill the storehouse. Oh, he's maybe actually going to get the sentry tower in the back as well, but the villagers do make a break for it. Taking the sentry tower down, gets a storehouse kill. Doesn't even get the sentry tower. 10 HP left there. And we see the Zom. And iKill retreating away now. With his 50 wood forest fire. Maybe getting some of this sentry tower as well. A little bit of damage over there, but oh, he gets a big villager kill here. Nice raid from iKill. Kimo retreating back, and we still haven't seen iKill going for a second town center. He's going 3 longhouses, spamming raiding cavalry. He's just going to be attempting to raid Kimo into the ground in this game. We'll see how he goes with it. Military Academy and archery range coming now for Kimo as he's just ready to start building some units. The problem for Kimo here is essentially food. He's got 14 villagers on goats here. He's got an Auroch over here that he could be grabbing if he wants to. And now we're seeing the units moving in onto this gold mine, trying to find some raids. That Valkyrie is super low HP here. And Kimo is just popping out units into his base. Going to be holding off on doing anything aggressive for quite a while here. As we're seeing iKill getting a little bit of favor here from taking the granary down. Each of these buildings does have like favor that they get. So the granary gives him 2.16 favor for killing that one. You definitely want to delete your buildings if you see a Norse player sniping them, especially if they're not being used anymore or wouldn't be used for the rest of the game otherwise. But now Kimo has 37 to 28 villagers, so he's got a big villager advantage here. These raids have hurt Kimo a lot, but it's not gonna really show if iKill doesn't get his second talent center up, and he is going to get it soon. These raiders need to find somebody to hit this Auroch over here. Beautiful place. We see the Minotaur coming over to defend it already. I don't think that iKill is going to realize there's an Auroch over there. We see that Kimo is very, very nicely defended here. House going down on this settlement with an armory behind it, so he has eyes on that for the entirety of this game. And these villagers are just going to be happily hunting all across the map. And iKill might be able to even hit a heroic timing here. I think it looks as if he's... Well, no, actually, he's got the units ready to get the town center up, but he's not going for it. Instead, going for the armory first, and then maybe the town center after? Who knows? The dwarves making their way over to this gold mine now, completely happy and safe. We see the raiders coming back in, going to slide in here. We'll see if Kimo's going to be running away. He doesn't. Oop, yep. He runs one villager. Nice play there. The army coming back in, going to try and push these guys away. The raiders just going to be making their way back, feeling very, very fancy fresh. And there is the heroic age, or it should be the heroic age coming in. There's Skadi for iKill. Big upgrade for him, because now he can go into throwing Axeman Huskal at this point, which is huge, and potentially go for a gold star. This will be the idea here. You use Frost to counter the Restoration, Huskal, throwing Axeman, raiding Cavalry, and the Frost Giants. And it's going to be really tough for Kimo to hold on, especially if this second talent center comes up and all the other good things. So we'll see what Kimo's going to try and do. He's moving out of his base. We're seeing iKill just running in and out. He's sort of sacrificing units a little bit to distract this army, but it's kind of okay because he's gathering so many resources. So very, very quickly we see another 2 units falling there for iKill. He's still searching for something to hit over here. And I sort of bet you, imagine if he used Forest Fire on something else instead of this one over here, and he forced these villagers to be over here or over here or over here. These raiders could keep on hitting those wood villagers, but he burned the only well, he didn't burn the safe wood, basically. But now the unit's moving out. They've found the gold mine of iKill. He's going to be retreating away. Skadi has come through for iKill. A couple of these dwarves will be meeting their demise from the Tox Odis. He gets 1, and he's going to get the Ox card as well. The units should come back and get a surround over here, or at least try to. See, the throwing axemen are coming out for iKill. He needs to throw down his hill fort. He's got 2 Frost Giants out right now. This is looking very, very dangerous for Kimo to be out in this location at this point in the game. But he's doing it, and he's going to be trying to retreat away from this army. We see another longhouse coming down for iKill at 106 population. Kimo's at 130. We see the army turning around. Surely you frost this here. You have to. I don't know if he wins this fight, especially if Restoration comes in. He's trying to wait for as long as he can before the Restoration. The Frost Giant in the back here trying to get some damage done, but the Ajax taken down so very quickly. All of these Kimo units falling very quickly. Kimo's still at 120 population though. There's the Restoration in an attempt to win the rest of this fight here, but it looks as if iKill has managed to win this fight, pushing Kimo back, and the Restoration is gone. There's still a Frost. Kimo's going to have to regroup, rethink. He's grabbing gold from this gold mine. This gold mine over here is almost out. He does have all of the Hades Shades, which are huge, and we still don't have a hill fort up for iKill You Die, which is a big problem for him. We're seeing the throwing axeman trying to take down these units as best as he can. The Frost Giants just doing so much damage here, helping out quite a bit. Ajax in the back needs to be taking down the Frost Giant, but it's not happening. Now the Hades Shades flooding in. These throwing axemen become useless against the Hades Shades. This is 110 HP of pure no weakness unit. The Shades are there's no units that have bonuses against Shades. The Shades have 20% hack armor, 20% pierce armor, so they have no innate weaknesses to any type of damage either. And they just come in and they just tank for days. We see the Toxotes sitting in the back doing tons of damage, but the Frost Giant can just sit in here. There's no heroes. This does a lot of damage to these units. We'll see how he's going to do nice micro from iKill in order to retreat away from those Toxotes. We're seeing the Raiders coming back in here to snipe these down, and doing a nice job of it too. Kimo sort of spread out. We see a big raid over here. The Chiron going after the Frost Giants in the middle of the map here. Very, very chaotic game at this point as Kimo trying to take these units down, just flooding units over here, and it's just not quite working, as it's seeming as though iKill You Die has managed to hold on here. We see the Chiron is falling. The Frost Giants taking down these units in the middle of the map here, and this is going to be a difficult situation for Kimo to get this gold mine. He's got a gold mine over here, and he has potential to go over here as well, and in the middle. So there's a lot of gold mines that iKill's going to have to deal with. Now we're seeing Kimo just trying to take this town center to the middle, even though he doesn't have that many units, and he's still not going to the next age. He sort of needs to get into the heroic age to get access to the Achilles in order to pick off these Frost Giants, but it's looking if maybe he's going to be able to hold on here. 130 pop to 120 pop totals here, as I think there's not all of that houses for iKill, or he lost one somewhere. He lost one here, but iKill going at it here. These Toxotes in the back just do so very much damage. And the Frost Giants from iKill taking down these units as well. There's the Frost coming in for iKill, and he needs to utilize this position here. He's got his heavy cavalry, run over, raid these gold mines, get the damage done, get a hill fort up. This is vitally important. The villagers going to be trying to retreat away from this location as iKill is getting the raids in. He's trying to get the units out as he's pumping them very, very fast, but only from 3 longhouses. Needs that extra couple of longhouses at this stage of the game. And he's still trying to get the food situation under control because he's only got 6-7 farms, and he's gathering from berries over here and up here as well. Idle villagers need to come up onto those Auroch in the top corner of the map. We see the Ajax coming in. The Frost finishes, and honestly, Kimo, he dealt with that Frost beautifully. Like, I mean, not that there was much to deal with, but the Frost is not given iKill You Die the position in this game that he otherwise might have wanted, and maybe we're gonna have to see iKill You Die go for a desperation Ragnarok in order to continue in this game, because this town center for Kimo is going up, and there is no doubt about that. Kimo almost able to click, or he actually can click up to the next age if he decides to. There he goes. He's going through Apollo, choosing to go through Apollo instead of Aphrodite. An interesting decision considering Aphrodite gives him access to Divine Blood, which is huge against the Ragnarok because he gets up all your tower. Well, it doesn't get your towers up fast, but he gets up all your buildings very, very quickly. And we see more longhouses coming down for iKill as he is struggling to get his population out, as this Greek army is just so very, very strong. And Kimo's pushing through very, very nicely. iKill, lots of resources in the bank, but he's losing so many units as Kimo is just happily pushing in with the Toxotes and the Hoplites, going up to 4 town centers here, grabbing this fraud town center. An interesting decision because this is going to delay, at least it should delay his heroic age a little bit, or his mythic age a little bit, which does give iKill a lot of chances here, but we'll see how he's going to use it. The problem I'm seeing here for iKill is he just doesn't have Huskar. Huskar is such a key unit against the Hoplite Toxote army, and he did not spend the time to do that. We do see some raiding cavalry coming in and trying to hit these villages. Nice micro to run away from them, but we'd love to see the damage get dealt. Meanwhile, all of these units getting sniped down. Toxotes just so brutally strong. More units coming. We've got a Manticore coming into the fray in order to try and take down these throwing axemen in the back. Now an underworld passage coming in from the military buildings, so they stop running so far. We'll see Kimo sending all of his idle military in through that location there. We've got the Achilles as well. This unit is huge. 11.7 damage. Look at him just completely shred through the Frost Giants of iKill You Die now. And the villagers trying to get this town center up. And he's mistargeted there. And there's the Frost Giant going down. The Achilles does get, or almost gets sniped. Very low HP here. Just about to fall. And Kimo is pushing through this location very, very nicely. iKill, not a lot of gold in the bank at all. Not a lot of food in the bank. Not a lot of wood either. The town center gets up for Kimo, and iKill You Die does decide in that moment to tap out. GG. Well played by Kimo. Man, I feel like iKill played this really well. All he needed to do was instead of try and put a ton of pressure on, he just needed to get up a hill fort. And then at that point, he gets out the Huskar, and then he can put the pressure on with Frost, and then he can go for a gold staff in the heroic age, and then he would have been in a really, really good position. But he didn't decide to get it, and then these Toxotes just tore through his units. The raiding cavalry, right? They've got 34% pierce armor, but they're just paper units. They don't have that much HP, and everything else just tears through them. Whereas the Huskar, they've got 50% pierce armor. It tanks for the throwing axemen, it tanks for your raiding cavalry, it tanks for your Frost Giant, it tanks for everything the pierce damage related. And then they take down the Toxotes very, very easily as well. But he didn't do it, and I'm not saying that would have helped him, that would have made him win the game, but it definitely would have put him in a better position than he got here. And that's super unlucky for iKill, not able to take this game to game 3, but Kimo's got to be happy winning 2-0 in this matchup. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.